Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to show you how to make a beautiful ribbon rose. So this one I've added some stuff to it. You don't need to do it, so I've added the greenery there, the leaves, and the wire stem. But the main things you'll need is obviously some ribbon, scissors to cut them, a lighter, and a glue gun. If you want to get a bit more fancy and have a stemmed rose, then get some stem wire. This I found at my local craft store. And then you could also, if you have any type of die cutting machine, or if you're good at cutting felt, you can actually cut out some felt leaves to add to your rose. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to cut 12 pieces. They have to be pretty much the same length. So this ribbon here is 1.5 inches. So to figure out the length that you need for your piece, take your width and double it. So that will give me 3 inches. And then you want to add, put him right there, 3/8 of an inch to that, or about 1 centimeter. There's many different ways you can cut it out. You can mark your ribbon at all your increments. I find it easier just to line them up. And again, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. You just want them all relatively the same size, and that will give you the evenness within your flower. Try and cut as straight as possible. If you don't, again, don't worry about it. The edges are going to be hidden. Okay, just line it up and cut through. I'm going to need one more piece, and then I'll have my 12 pieces. So there, all cut out. We are all done with that ribbon. So these 6 pieces there, I've already done the next step, but I'll show you on these ones. So this is where the lighter comes in. If you've ever worked with ribbon, you know it can start to fray on the edges. Just take your lighter and be careful. You don't want to burn anything down, and you're just running it along the edge. This ribbon is a bit more sturdy, so it's not fraying as much. Okay, so I'm done with the lighter on this one. Let me get my mess out of there. Okay, so the next part, you need to figure out which side is going to be the outside of your rose. So if you look carefully, everything's folded over on that side. So I want the stripes to be on the outside, so that I'm gonna flip these over because this is the side I'm gonna glue on. So grab your one piece in the top corner with your small glue gun, low temp glue gun. If you have a bigger one, that's fine. You're just gonna put a dab of glue and fold that corner inwards. Let's do it on the next corner. Give him a bit of a bigger dab. You don't need a huge amount, just enough that it's going to hold once you press it in. So this is why you want the low temp, because I'm pressing right on that. So now we've got almost like a triangle, but there's a bit of space. They're not quite meeting. Now you're going to go into the corner that you just folded over and put another little blob of glue. You're going to take the outside corner, fold it in, and line them up. And you're going to do the same on the other side. Again, just a small dab of glue. And fold it in. So now that's what he looks like. So let's do another one, and then the rest I'll do in fast motion. So upper corner, fold it over. You can put a fold in the ribbon if you want. Oh, I was about to do it on the wrong one. both upper corners. And then we're doing the inside corners. Once you get the hang of this, it goes pretty quick. So the first few times you'll find, oh, this is going to take me forever to get these 12 individual pieces done up, but don't worry. So there. So we went from that to that. If you have any little stringies, just pull those off. They will kind of get in the way in the following steps, but I'll get the rest of these ones glued together and then we can go to the next step. Okay, we've got our 12 pieces glued together, and now we're going to glue them all to each other, and this is what it's going to look like. So we're kind of giving it a bit of a curve. So I'll show you how I glue them. So take the first one, and I go just off-centered, and then I put a couple dabs of hot glue. Grab the first one and just press it in. So this part's really simple. Just gluing everything together. Make sure that you get glue on the outside corner, because if you don't, as you're rolling the flour, they'll kind of pop apart and it won't look as good, and then you'll have to do some touch-ups. So again, just a slight angle. We don't want a tight circle, but you want it to be obvious that these are not lined up perfectly straight. So you can see a little bit of fraying right there. So at that point, if you see that, once you got them all together, you can bring the lighter in again and fix that. Again, it'll be easier to do it now than after you've rolled the flour. Okay, off camera, I pulled off any little glue stringies just to get them out of the way. So now once you're at this step, you're gonna flip them over. So you want the folds folding away from you. And whichever way is going to work best for you, left-handed, right-handed, you're going to start rolling the flour together. So add some glue. And I try and start off pretty tight for my first little rolls. Get my finger in the glue there. That is fine. And I'm just going to be lining up the bottom all the way around. So I'll just put some glue. I usually do about 2 petals at a time. Give me a chance to get some rolls in there. Now I'm not going super tight. I'm loosening it up a bit, but you obviously want it touching because the glue's got a bond. Now you don't have to put glue on every section. I find it easier to keep it all together. I'm just going to get rid of that fuzzy. And just keep lining up the bottom. If you've ever rolled any type of paper flour, that's the main thing you're always looking to do. End, and I usually do a little upwards motion there. Okay, so you can see some of the petals are opening up there. That is fine. We're going to give him a second to fully harden. Okay, let's flip him over. Isn't that super cute? I love that pattern ribbon. I'm also going to roll that pink one there. I did a glitter ribbon one as well. So you can kind of move the fabric around. Again, this is a stiffer fabric. So let's do the pink one. Get this one rolled up. And then we're going to add to this one the stem as well as some leaves. Okay, I've got the stem wire. I find putting the stem wire in as you're rolling a lot easier. So again, depending on what you're using the flower for, will depend on kind of what if you're going to need the stem wire or not. So you can tuck it into the first fold if you want. I don't. I just add a blob of glue at the start. Glue holds it in place very well. Again, the very first couple turns, you want to make that more tighter than the rest of it. To harden. It should be good now. Okay, I'm just going to add some glue. So you may notice a bit more fraying on this one. I did use the lighter trick, but this is a satin ribbon. I find the glue holds onto the satin very, very well. Okay, so there's that one. Let's pull some of those petals down a bit. Just gonna bend the stem there so you can get a better look. So that's so cute with just that little bit of sparkle showing. So you could leave it at this point here. The only problem is that might bother you. So if you want to not have that, you'll do the wrap like this. So because I've already done it on this one, all I did was green ribbon, glued it along the bottom, and then pulled it down and tightened it up. But I am going to add some greenery to this one because you need greenery. Then I used a Cricut machine to cut out the felt, but any die cutting machine should work. So whatever way you want to put the greenery on, just adds a bit of color. Okay, so I've got these four. So we got the purple, and that was a chevron pattern. I've got the kind of aqua blue. That was just plain satin ribbon. We got the super cute pink with the silver circle sparkles. That's that ribbon. And then I also tried some glitter. So this one didn't turn out as well, and it's more this style ribbon that I bought. It is very stiff. So it doesn't seem stiff, but once I got it all rolled together, it was pretty stiff. So this one I don't recommend on a stem, but if you're doing kind of a collage, this one in the center and surrounded by other colors, I think would look really nice as a smaller rose. So, but there you go. This is how you make ribbon roses. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I truly appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Until next time.